seriously, you need to see how I make this recipe. It was amazing. What's the name? Sweet and sour cucumber slices. I used the cutter, well, the spiralizer part of it, and Thermomix made the sauce as well, all in less than 5 minutes. It's delicious, and simply, you just have to stay and watch it. Yes, you're gonna have to. Let's do it. Wow. Hi, my name is Diana, the Dummy Cook, and today we're going to make the sweet and sour cucumber slices. Super fast recipe, you're going to love it. Let's get on it. I chose the recipe in my app. It's waiting for me on the screen. We're going to click, and here we go. You see how it has an alert? It says accessories required. Yes, you need the cutter. Actually, you need the cutter plus because it comes with a spiralizer, and that's what we're going to use. In this case, for this recipe, you wouldn't be able to use that step if you didn't have this accessory. If you want to cut the cucumber yourself, you could still go to preparation steps, and you see where it talks all about the cutter? You could skip just that. Go straight where the part where you're going to prepare the sauce, and you click here, and it's asking you, do you want to start the recipe from there? You could say yes, and it comes straight to that step. See, now I'm going to add the oil, the garlic cloves, and I don't have to deal with the part that needed the cutter. But that's for you if you don't have the cutter. I do, and for this video, I'm going to show you how to use it. So let's cancel the recipe, go to the overview as usual, and start from scratch. Let's click Start. Alrighty, so it says, please prepare the ingredients as shown. It wants us to have all the items here. And it's very easy. We just have cucumbers. I like using the English cucumbers because they're very long and they have the right width for the spiralizer. We're also going to need oil and sugar, soy sauce, vinegar, and 3 cloves of garlic. I'm not going to pre-weigh anything. I don't know why it's telling us to do that. We're gonna have the chance to weigh later. So as long as I have everything here, I'm going to be fine, and click next. Now we need to prepare 10 to 12 ounces of cucumber. Choose slender type, again, about 2 inches diameter. Wash and drain. I did that. Trim the ends and set aside. I did that, and I actually cut it in half because I want to give a break to the spiralizer. You'll see that later. Alrighty, so we're going to add the cutter shaft. Here we have the bowl. Here we have the cutter as it comes, and we need the shaft first. Let's put it in. Here we are. Then we're going to put the basket. This little hole goes in the front. And this is how the cutter comes. You need to take the cutter blade out. We're not going to need that one right now. It says insert the spiralizer with the black blade. You see how you have the green blade and the black blade? You have it right here. If you need more tips on how to assemble the cutter or the spiralizer, I made a video all about that. It's right here. So here I'm just going to go a little faster, okay? You see these 2 little parts? I'm going to see them come up here. So I'm going to put this stick here, and those little parts, they're going to end in that hole. Now you see this part here is going to match here. There's a hole and it fits perfectly there. And for the pusher, we need the inner one. We have a racked part here that we're gonna press. And by doing that, we're going to separate the 2 pushers, and we're going to keep the one that has this indent. The flat one, we don't need. That one's for the cutter. All right, we are ready. Set the cutter lid, blah, blah, blah. We already talked about that. And now we're going to put, the pusher is going to go into the cucumber because the cucumber is going to want to rotate and the pusher's not gonna let it. We click next, and it keeps telling us all the steps that I just showed you. But because I explained it to you, we can go straight to the spiralizing part, okay? So this is going to fit here, pusher's ready, and we go for it. I'm barely pushing, just holding. It's doing its thing. Good. And now I'm going to stop. I guess I could have done the whole cucumber, but I like to do it in parts. Now look at this. Isn't it cute? So this part of the cucumber, which I'll eat by the way, it's has been spiralized. And I could show you, but I'm just gonna continue and show you at the end, okay? So once again, we're going to do this. Stand here, press play again, and go for it. When you stop hearing it, or when it stops moving, then you can stop it. Oh, and it cut out, but anyway, here we have that piece again. Okay, so if you have a lot of veggies, you will need to empty the basket every so often. We just did 1 cucumber, so we're fine, and we're going to continue. Next, so now it says, transfer contents of cutter to a large bowl and set aside. Let me put these little guys over here, and let's use this as our bowl. All right, open up, and here we have this cutie. Look at this. It's going to look, hold on, let me show you. And yes, I did wash my hands, even though you're not gonna try this one, it's for me. All right, so you see how this goes? Now it's going to feel like I'm playing poker, look, with poker chips. Isn't this an amazing, cute plate? Even before the sauce, right? But I have much more. Oh, this is the second part of that second half. Here we are. And here's the first half. Can you believe this is just one cucumber? All of this. I feel like a kid. I'm playing with my food. I shouldn't. And we found the worm. Okay, it's not a worm. Remember, it's the spiralized part of the cucumber. I will have that later. Okay, so we don't need the cutter or the spiralizer any longer. And we're going to click next. And one thing very, very important always, remove the shaft. You cannot leave it in here. A lot of people have left it inside, started adding items, started chopping, and they chopped it. So my trick is that the shaft always goes stored in here. Another advantage of the cutter or spiralizer is that you don't get to use your bowl. The bowl is clean, just ready to continue working with you. So we're going to put it back and we're going to start our recipe. We need oil. Remember, that's the part that if you didn't have a spiralizer, you could have just cut slices and then add this amazing sauce that we're going to make, right? All right, oil, half an ounce. I always go over, I don't know how I do it. Garlic cloves, 3, I have them right here. And next, we're going to chop. Hello, there's no shaft. Always check. All right, chop for 3 seconds. Then we're going to scrape down the sides. We need the spatula for that. And we have chopped garlic with oil. Bring everything down because I guess that we're going to start sauteing maybe. So it needs everything on the base, which is where the heat is going to come from. Let's go saute, 3 minutes. Okay, let's put it on. Let's start sauteing. And while it's doing that, let me show you something really quick. All right, so here we have our recipe, sweet and sour cucumber slices. And here you have the ingredients. Here you have the steps that we were looking at. It has a lot of tips about the cutter and all of that. But what I wanted to show you is the related collection. We have a Chinese New Year, because this is an Asian recipe, right? And then we have the Thermomix Cutter Plus welcome booklet. All right, so let's go to the Chinese Year first. And here we have plum sauce, Chinese 5-spice, Peking-style duck pancakes. Wow. Steamed whole fish. I made that one. It's amazing. Jumbo shrimp, pot stickers, noodles, Chinese long beans with pork, fortune cookies. A friend of mine told me that that's not typical Chinese, not for Chinese Year. But anyway, we have it in this collection. And chicken with spiced tangerine sauce. So good, right? All right, so by going to the related collections, you can find other ideas. If you like this recipe, chances are you will like this other, right? Or we could go to the Cutter Plus because it's going to give you ideas of other super cute recipes you could be making. We have coleslaw, of course. Oh, we have sweet cucumber pickles. There you go. In this case, it's not spiralized, it's sliced with a cutter. Then we have a ratatouille galette. These are also slices. Potato gratin, baked spiralized apples. You know what? Someone was asking me if you can spiralize apples. Yes, you can, but make sure they're hard. Pineapple carpaccio. Okay, you're done. I'm not done talking. Wait a second. So you see another fruit that you could spiralize or slice, and frozen yogurt bark. But anyway, these are just some ideas. There are many, many more if you make a search of cutter. So you can just go to the search part and right here, cutter, and you're going to get many other ideas. Same ones, of course, but many other as well. You see, many. Some of them are repeated because they're made in different countries. US wanted to make it, but UK wanted to make it, Australia wanted to make it as well. That's why you see them repeated sometimes, okay? All right, but the recipe is calling us, so let's continue. Soy sauce, okay. Smells good. I mean, sauteed garlic and oil. You know exactly how that goes. All right, soy sauce. Here we are, half an ounce. All right, I did. Actually, it knows that I did, so it's checking itself off. Thank you, Thermomix. Now we have vinegar, half an ounce as well. And it knows as well. And then we have sugar. Same thing. There we go. Next, we're going to mix for 10 seconds. Go for it. And we're done. It is a fast recipe. I just made it for some friends at a retreat and they were in love with it. Woo, we're ready. Okay, pour into bowl with spiralized cucumbers, toss to coat and serve. I'm ready. Are you? Here we are. You know, nothing to see, just the sauce. But if you are here, then you could try it with me. Whoa, there we go. Obviously, I'll have to toss it, so every piece will get a little bit. It's not easy to do these things with the camera in front. Usually I do this looking at me, and it's much easier. You are done, my dear. Thank you so much. Here, we're going to move this a little. I don't have all the tools in front of you right now. And I'm going to cut some pieces, obviously, because this is a very long string. If I lift it, I'm never gonna find the end, right? All right, but here you are. Alrighty, let's grab a piece. I'm just gonna do a cut first because otherwise it's gonna be like pasta. I need to make sure I can get it all. Alright, so here we go. What did you think about this recipe? Can you put it in the comments? Are you going to start making it really soon? With or without a Thermomix? You could, right? Just slice some cut cucumbers, add those items in the same amount I gave you, and share it with me. If you have a Thermomix, then you know what to do. And if you need a Thermomix in your life, you also know what to do. Email me right here or choose my name at the checkout. Diana Legissima at your service. I will be there for you during your Thermomix journey. But now, time to try this amazing recipe. Don't look. It's not easy to eat. You can hear me chewing, right? Because I have my microphone here. Really good. And I love the English cucumbers because they're also more crunchy, right? Really, really nice. Alrighty, so I'm waiting for your comments. I hope you learned something with me today, and thank you so much.